Hello YouTube, you're reading the title correctly. Chick-fil-A has finally called themselves being delivered and no longer donating to LGBTQ anti, campaigns and all that. And sure enough, I will always get a distraction. Excuse me, y'all. And of course, for time purposes, I'm not editing that out. I love being able to directly upload these videos, so excuse me. Y'all know typically I'll get a knock on the door, a ring, or something. But this is the first that I've gone 3 videos in. There hasn't been a distraction yet for the most part. But yeah, Chick-fil-A no longer fund organizations with anti-LGBTQ ties. And I'm going to tell y'all why that's ironically bittersweet. So let's get on into it by reading the article first. So after court and controversies for years, the fast food chain Chick-fil-A will no longer fund 2 organizations that have historically opposed same-sex marriage. Only 2. See, now they already with the bullshit right now, but let's go on. The Atlanta-based restaurant chain has, and then Atlanta-based. Now I ain't even know that. Now how the hell you based in Atlanta, the black, gay, LGBT capital of the damn nation? And then Lord, I can't even get past the first 2 sentences. Now, I ain't even know that they was based in Atlanta, Georgia. How in the world is you in a black area that is like the LGBT black capital of the nation? That's like the San Francisco equivalent to white folk LGBT. How in the hell is you darn anti-LGBT in Atlanta? But activists under fire from LGBTQ activists for reportedly donating millions of dollars to 2 Christian charities, the Salvation Army and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The company told ABC News Monday that it was refocusing its donation groups to center on hungry, homelessness, and education beginning in the new year. Beginning in 2020, the Chick-fil-A Foundation will introduce a more focused giving approach, donating to a smaller number of organizations working exclusively in the areas of hunger, homelessness, and education, Chick-fil-A said in a statement on Monday. We have also proactively discussed our 2018 tax filing and a preview of the 2019 gifts to date on Chick-fil-A's AFO Foundation's. The statement added that the intent of charitable giving from the Chick-fil-A Foundation is to nourish the potential in every child. Lord, my white, come on, eye. Y'all see my darn eye is jumping, honey. Lord, my eye don't even want to take this bullshit. The Tassopolis, the president of the cool Chick-fil-A, stop jumping, eye, added that no organization would be excluded from the future consideration, faith-based or non-faith-based. Our goal is to donate to the most effective organizations in the areas of education, homelessness, and hunger, Tassopolis said in a statement. I know I'm fucking up that name. The chain currently boasts more than 2,400 restaurants across the country. Its stance on LGBTQ rights has been the subject of boycotts, anti-boycotts, and more for years. Since CEO Dan Cathy first drew condemnation from activists in 2012 when he said he supported the biblical definition of the family unit, marriage only between a man and a woman. A Chick-fil-A spokesperson told Thomas Reuters Foundation, which first reported the story, that we made multi-year commitments to both organizations and we fulfilled those obligations in 2018. The spokesperson declined to comment to Reuters on whether the protests influenced the decision to change the donations. No, it did not, and we want to get into that. The Salvation Army told ABC News in a statement that it is saddened to learn Chick-fil-A is diverting funds and slammed the misinformation, reiterating its support for the LGBTQ community. I ain't never known about the Salvation. Now, I mean, it's like I said, I've known them donating to quite a few corrupt darn organizations. Now, the Salvation Army, they got their corruption for a whole nother reason. But I ain't know LGBT was a part of it. But you know, it don't strike me. You know, we've heard about the Salvation Army and they dealings with Haiti and you know black issues. So LGBT, it's right up their alley. It won't strike me as a surprise, but I haven't heard about it from, you know, Salvation Army to their credit. We're saddened to learn that a corporate partner has felt it necessary to divert funding to other hunger, education, and homelessness organizations, areas in which the Salvation Army, as the largest social service provider in the world, is already fully committed. Okay. And tell that to the Haitians. Now they would have been better off also darn mentioning that scandal in there as well. They would have learned, they would, especially by y'all being based in Atlanta, that would have won over a lot of black darn support and darn got them from Popeyes, because that's what this is really about. But that would have got them from Popeyes on over to Chick-fil-A if you would have mentioned about darn Salvation Army and they dealings with Haiti, baby. Also New Orleans too, including those in the LGBTQ community. In fact, we believe we are the largest provider of poverty relief to the LGBTQ population. I'm going to have to look into that one. The statement continued, when misinformation is perpetuated without fact or ability to serve those in need, regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, religion, or any other factor, is at risk. We urge the public to seek the truth before rushing to ill-informed judgment and greatly appreciate those partners and donates to who ensure that anyone who needs our help feels safe and comfortable to come through our doors. Don't worry, I'll be doing my research first, but we already know how y'all stand with black folks, but I see where y'all stand with LGBTQ overall. So it goes on to that. Let's see some comments. Oh, see, it's trying to redirect me to something else. I ain't got time for it. So let me check my email real quick, and we're going to get into this bullshit, y'all. Okay, the reason why I can't take them seriously is because what caused them to now all of a sudden be delivered? I'm not saying people is above being changed and people can't see the right side of, you know, just letting us have our rights as LGBTQ people. Just in case y'all did not know, I'm part of the community, honey. Maybe some of y'all might have noticed based off of this fabulosity darn on here with the blonde popping in the front, baby. Or this darn sweet twang to my voice. But yes, I'm part of the LGBTQ community, and I believe that this is some bullshit. Because, like I said, this company doubled down on their rhetoric in the darn summertime during darn Pride Month nonetheless. So y'all was still on y'all biblical bullshit in June. That change don't happen that fast. Contrary to that biblical belief, it's truly a work in progress when it comes to something as to this magnitude of having a disdain for LGBTQ people just because of who they are. When you go as far as to donate to organizations that has advocated for the death of our people, and that's what they hiding in this. They trying to throw Salvation Army on the bus. Now I don't know whether the Salvation Army has some ill dealings with donating to anti-LGBT or support anti-LGBT rhetoric as well, but I know that they hiding up them donations that supported darn conversion therapy, electroshock therapy, all those darn forced teachings, drinking serums and shit, the darn get the darn gay out of us, get the trans up out of us, funding darn ideas to put us all on an island and surrounded by a barbed wire fence. All of that is linked to darn Chick-fil-A with their donations. Also supporting legislation, and this goes on into this year. Yeah, being in support of the Trump darn campaign, banning transgenders out the army. That was within the past year. You see why I don't take this seriously. supporting rolling back doggone civil liberties even more for LGBTQ folks, where we in the Supreme Court right now having to fight for us not to be unjustly fired out of the workplace just because of who we are. That's happening right now. That's the candidate that y'all support. But y'all are all of a sudden delivered. Y'all supported him on doctors being able to ban seeing transgenders. And I ain't talking about for reassignment surgery. If a transgender gets shot and needs a neurologist or needs any type of doctor, that doctor can refuse service based off of their biblical beliefs, which goes against the Medical Art Board. But this the candidate that y'all support all the way up until still now. And y'all have also doubled down in support of some of these policies, even during Pride Month. And now y'all wait until after Trans Awareness Week in darn on November to finally come forth with this bullshit. No, I'm going to tell y'all what this is about. And it's about that competition they got going on. They got going on with Popeyes. Because in the wake of Popeyes, they're going back and forth with them over that damn chicken sandwich, which I'm not enjoying neither one. I done seen the Nation of Islam video, and I'm not even a supporter of the Nation of Islam. I don't subscribe to none of their religious rhetoric either. But one thing for certain, two things for sure, is they got both things right on those chemical, those toxic chemicals within both of those sandwiches. They said it's over 50 chemicals in the Chick-fil-A sandwich, and over 35 chemicals in a darn on Popeye sandwich. So just off of the chemical components alone, nobody should darn be in no competition. But if you're going to darn play Russian roulette, I would at least go with the one that has less bigotry in it. Because I'm from the South, and we do believe in darn Southern values of cooking with your heart. And that hatred and stuff that darn Chick-fil-A still has. Because I don't think that this erases that their views on LGBT just because you're no longer donating publicly. That doesn't deviate you from potentially donating privately. Just like those donations that the owner of darn Chick-fil-A has been linked to, with them darn views of trying to create internment camps for LGBTs. Electroshock therapy darn proposals for LGBTs. And all of a sudden now you deliver coincidentally during the midst of you going back and forth with darn Popeyes over this darn chicken sandwiches beef that has made them over $90 million. And y'all going back and forth. And now you expect me to believe all of a sudden y'all became delivered. When y'all have been bold enough to spread this darn anti-LGBT rhetoric and the darn black LGBT capital of the darn nation, because to find out that y'all are based in Atlanta and y'all kept this shit up to now. The fact that y'all doubled down on this shit in 2019 during Pride Month and y'all did not express any views of changing, because people who legitimately change, it's a process of which it takes time. And we've seen that with our previous presidents and first ladies and senators and other congressional people, from Hillary Clinton, darn Bill Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden. All of them had to be converted over time. It wasn't no darn just overnight process. Tulsi Gabbard, the list goes on and on. And you expect us to believe that y'all done changed now? When y'all are going through the midst of a darn who got it better chicken sandwich. Really? So yeah, they can fool y'all motherfuckers, but they ain't fooling me. They could still support the anti-LGBTQ. No, I ain't gonna go that far. Now this is a win in regards to the fact that this will take away serious funding from those co-work organizations. So it is a win in that regard. But it is not a win in the long scheme of things. Because don't think that the top people over at darn Popeyes, I mean not Popeyes, but Chick-fil-A is still not supporting behind the scenes. Just because the corporation is not supporting does not mean that they're not supporting, indirectly or directly. Because once again, keep in mind Chick-fil-A is Team Trump 2020. And we've seen what Trump has been doing rolling back LGBTQ rights. So before y'all start celebrating and trying to go and get a Chick-fil-A sandwich, keep that shit in mind. So this ain't a win for me at all, because number one, I wasn't even a darn on fan of the Chick-fil-A sandwich anyways. So it really ain't a loss on me. But it's like, this ain't going to drive me to even go to your store. This ain't. Nor would it go drive me to Popeyes. It's like, what happened to us as black people in general on being able to cook our own shit or go to our authentic restaurants? Go to our authentic darn, if you in Fayetteville, go to Straight Drop darn seafood black owned restaurant. My girl pal owns a store. Lord, I don't have her thing right here. But she's across the street from the Family Dollar on Murchison Road, going towards downtown, by the name of Miss Erica. Y'all go get a nice soul food plate from her. She's certified. She got her certificates and everything. Like I said, I don't got her card on me right now. But what happened to supporting local, black businesses as far as my black LGBTQ people? And my darn fellow LGBTs in general. Just because you white, Asian, Latino, or whatever have you, you can come into the black business as well. We support y'all. We go into the Asian, Chinese food, Japanese food restaurant. We go to the Mikasitas and all that. Honey, you can afford to come get a soul food plate too. We don't care about your hair being straight. We don't care about you speaking Mandarin. Honey, you can come get some of this darn pork chop, ham, hog, neck, bones, pig feet, oxtails over here too. We learned some of your cuisines. Honey, come darn support our darn businesses and support our cuisines. Our soul foods, our collard greens, the authentic way. Not that fake shit darn Kamala Harris darn boasting about with her Indian ass. Although shout out to my Indian community too, the ones that actually recognize their Indian ancestry. Like I said, you have one candidate that pretended to be a Native American Indian. Then you got one candidate that's actually is a Indian from the country and don't even want to highlight her darn heritage. But we support, the legitimate ones as well. Our Native American sisters, our Indian sisters. But y'all can come on to a good black soul food restaurant. Y'all need to not even be dealing with Chick-fil-A nor Popeyes anyway. Come get you some authentic darn chicken, breaded with some darn good old home southern seasoning. But yeah, as far as this, they ain't fooling me with this bullshit. Because until they go as far as to denounce Donald Trump and start supporting darn LGBTQ functions and black functions, I'm not darn taking it. Now, if they go as far as to do that, now I will go and get me a sandwich for the first time in 20 years. No, I lied. I did have a chicken sandwich back in 2000 and... See, it's been so long, I got to think. It was like 2002. So, yeah, I did have one back 17 years ago. It's a shame that I had to think about when's the last time I actually had a Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's been since 2002 since I had 2002 since I've had a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I haven't had a Chick-fil-A sandwich in over 17 years. And short of y'all actually going above and beyond and supporting actual black darn organizations such as Black Lives Matter, such as the ADOS movement, such as any of those regards, such as, providing for the study of reparations, putting yourself behind black transgender issues, since y'all is in the number one darn city, especially where trans death rates are among the highest. So Salvation Army, I'm going to be looking into y'all history as well, because since they trying to throw y'all under the bus, I'm going to look at y'all housing stats when it comes to the transgender youth, especially our black trans sisters, our black gay brothers and sisters down in the Atlanta areas and across the nation. But right now, while we focusing on Chick-fil-A, honey, we see you. And I still going to walk on by my D.R. Warwick voice. Walk on by. Walk on by. Honey, don't be trying to attract me just because you losing out in this darn game between you and darn Popeyes. Honey, you keep focusing on your Christian darn see you next Tuesday followers. You darn double down with that. Don't try to get me in the door after all this time. You been darn gone doubling down with your Christian base. Don't darn gonna try to co-opt us now. I don't want to sit beside nobody who still has those views. I don't want to be in line with somebody holding that darn gone Bible of darn gone hypocrisy. And matter of fact, I got another darn gone Christian video coming up and spreading on that hypocrisy of that Bible. Y'all just wait on that. But in the meantime, in between time, what I will not be doing is doing any support of Chick-fil-A until they show me either they supporting some actual LGBTQ functions, some black darn gone based functions. And until that happens, honey, I'm going to keep walking on by both them and now I will, I might go to Popeyes if it just helps. I take the chance on Popeyes, but Chick-fil-A, no. And even with Popeyes, that's just a rare treat. Like I said, I'm from the South. I'm from North Carolina. I can darn gonna get in the kitchen and make my own motherfucking chicken sandwich, bitch. So, yeah. Y'all tell me y'all thoughts on this. But like I said, don't think that this is a full win for us as LGBTQ folks. Don't let them darn gonna fool you with this bullshit. How the hell you go from darn gonna doubling down in your rhetoric in the summertime to automatically backpedaling and pussy popping down near the darn gonna fall? It ain't even been a full 6 months and you trying to do a whole 180 out the damn blue. Bitch, bye. So with that being said, y'all leave y'all thoughts, comments, suggestions down below in the comment section down below. Like, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Share, subscribe, and I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.